until 5 minutes past 5 for the two speakers.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Mr. Matlala, I wish to, before I ask my questions, send my sympathy to your kids and your wife.
Thank you so much.
Because no one, even a hardened criminal, must have police coming into their house and making their kids to sleep on the floor. No one must ever do that to our kids and to our wives. If they've got an issue with you, they must take you on. Because the procedure would have been, once they arrive, they should have isolated the kids and put them with a female police officer in one room who's reassuring the kids that everything is fine, we are going to be fine, while police are interrogating you or doing their business. If this happened, it deserved to be condemned, Chair, because it was brought to our attention that kids were made to sleep on the floor. As Black people, we have inherited trauma, and no one must pass that trauma to our children. And no one must take advantage of our wives. Whatever we do on the streets is between us and the streets and has got nothing to do with our children. And police must understand that wherever they are, that no one must ever take advantage of young kids. How do you put a child on the floor and point a child with a firearm? It is uncalled for, even if they are looking for the most dangerous criminal. That must never be done to children. I thought I must make that statement before I proceed. Mr. Matlala, just tell me your place of birth. I was born in Seshego, but in Pietersburg Hospital, Provincial Hospital. Where were you born?
I was born in Mamelodi.
Yeah, which hospital?
It's no longer there. They used to call it a nursing home, but it's no longer there.
Do you have a birth certificate from there?
Yes, I do have.
And then the primary school you went to?
It is called Uwani Primary School.
Who was a principal there?
Principal, it was Serudu.
And then were you baptized?
No, I was never baptized.
And then high school? You said it yesterday.
Leshabile High School.
Who was a principal there?
Ngwe, Mr. Ngwe.
After high school, you didn't proceed to tertiary education?
No, I didn't.
And then you never worked in any formal employment or?
No, I never had any formal employment.
So from high school, that's when you engaged in informal trading?
Yes, I will say before even high school, my mother disappeared on me, then I had to raise myself. I was actually a street kid. So I grew up in the street for a very long time. So I just realized after when I grew up that my mother passed away, but she was an albino. And I heard later that she was raped because there was this myth that if you can rape an albino, then you can get cured for whatever. And then that thing traumatized her a lot that she disappeared. And when I found her, she was terminally ill. And then I think it was 2002 when I found her through a friend. It was very late and then she passed on. But all along, I was a street kid.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now, Dlamenis have got some roots in Swaziland.
Yes.
And you said to us your grandmother is from, is a Dlamini.
Yes.
Did they have a place in Swaziland, or was she originally from there?
No, KZN.
So you don't have any relative or any association, none whatsoever, with some people in Swaziland?
No, I don't have.
So when you travel to Swaziland now, what were you traveling for? What purpose?
It was I was invited to the king's birthday.
Oh, so you know the king?
And the queen mother.
Yes. But
I was invited by the Queen Mother.
oh, so you know the Queen Mother.
Yeah, but it was the birthday of the king. But I went there
Through the Queen Mother.
Yes.
You were a guest of a Queen Mother.
Yes.
So this ID that has got your picture and the ID number that is similar to yours and all of that, what is the story there?
I don't have an ID for Eswatini. So that thing was fabricated so that they can deny me bail.
Yes, but in the judgment of the appeal or something, it looks like that judge didn't consider that as the grounds that must be used to deny you bail, because he says police did not produce the original ID, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, on the judgment, they said that I've traveled to Eswatini using that fraudulent ID, but which is, we know, is impossible. You cannot pass a border with an ID. That thing is not a traveling document. So they said that. And another thing is, when I came back, unfortunately, they didn't stamp my passport. So they said I've got access to get in and out of the country undetected. Because my wife's passport, my passport, and my protector's passport were not stamped. So it was the overlook of the BMA or whom